This video explains how to install the correct tooling for squaring up your 2" by 2" square dice welding pieces for your various welding assessments, whether it's MIG, TIG, ARC, or oxyacetylene. Make sure whenever you go to change tooling to remove a drill chuck and install an end mill cutter. You put the transmission in low and 1. That holds the machine still enough that you can crack the 17mm bolt loose at the top, and then use a rubber mallet to give it a tap. Once you've done so, hold the tool and unthread the collar at the top the rest of the way until the drill chuck comes right out of the machine. Using the R8 shank ER32 collet holder, an end mill provided by Mr. Blakely, and the collet holder tightening wrench, we can assemble all of this in the mill in order to use this to square up the edge. Taking the collet and the collet ring, first put it in and turn the collet so that it sits perfectly flat and flush on the face. Then take the collet holder and turn a couple threads to hold the assembly together. Then insert the end mill and tighten the rest of the way by hand. Now you can take the tool holder, slide it into the machine, and thread the rod at the top until it catches. And turning this will draw the tool up into the machine to tighten it. Lastly, taking your 17mm wrench, tighten this up. Anytime you change a cutter, have Mr. Blakely inspect to make sure it was done correctly before starting up the machine. Next, you can take the ER32 collet wrench. It slides inside the tool holder and you can tighten it up to make sure that the collet's steady, firm, and in place. With the emergency stop switch depressed, you can move the shield out of the way so that you can turn the handle to lower the cutter down so that the cutting teeth, the middle of the cutter is roughly around the face of your stock. Once you've done so, you can turn this handle and lock in place to hold the cutter. So now our Z depth is set. Our next step is to put the guard back in place. Now that you have one machined flat clean edge, you need to flip the part back over in the vise, measure its total width, and remove the remaining material required in order to reduce the part down to 2 inches exactly. So this is at 2" 190 thousandths, so there's 190 thousandths of an inch that has to be taken off of this side in order to complete the project and prepare this part for welding.